God, my nose, I just sneezed like 6 times. Sorry. Hi, I'm Sharnael. I hope you guys are doing well tonight. I had a pretty cool thing that happened last night, so I wanted to share and encourage you guys to ride the energies that are currently happening. Last night, around 9 o'clock, I had an instantaneous healing. Not only that, in the last, I would say 24 hours, hey Beth, I have had some crazy miracles happen. And when I was at the funeral celebration for Robert Stevens, I remembered that we are in resurrection energy right now. And this is an awesome time to focus on that instead of all the programming that people may want us to dive into. Oh, the occlusion and blah, blah, blah. Yeah, guess what? Resurrection energies are here at your fingertips, at my fingertips. And whatever we focus on, we make room for. I just took my advanced pranic healing, and you can actually, we are taught how to actually feel the field. And when we would test people, you could see what their aura reading was as far as the width, height, etc. And Crystal, who's on here right now, she was there with me. And hi, she's also certified in pranic healing. Anyway, you could test it, and then afterwards we did this like a group meditation and focused on love with not only our family but our mentors and the earth. And we envisioned white light around the earth, and we envisioned holding the earth like in a space where we were sending it energy. And before and after we scanned ourselves, and when we scanned ourselves, we noticed that our aura would enlarge just through the meditation, just through doing the meditation, like a 10-minute meditation. So I want to encourage everybody, hello, meditation is a big deal. Sending love is a big deal. Focusing on love is a big deal. And then also want to encourage you to keep your mind set on the things that are high and above, because we are creative in our mindset, in our thoughts, in our feelings. And so we need to be well, we don't need to be, but we have the responsibility to create something really crazy awesome right now if we choose, and if that's our focus. I'm reminded of a scripture, and I talk about this in chapter 13 of my book, The Science of Healing, and The Science of Miracles. It says to be, it says something, oh gosh, where is it? I'm going to look it up. It talks about transforming your mind and being renewed by your mind, and not being so focused on the timeline of this age or this culture or this timeline, really. The whole chapter is about recoding the timeline. And let me see if I could just find it. It might be easier. And you guys can look it up too if you don't believe me. Let's see. Chapter 13. All of a sudden I got a lot of light here. Let's see. And when I want to say too that when I talk about the Bible and when I think about the Bible, which I love the Bible, that I'm looking at it from a quantum physics situation, not from any religious, because guess what? Did you know that God isn't a religion? God doesn't have a religion. God's non-religious. But, okay. And I want us to give a shout out to Chris too, because Chris is the one who did a video on my book about chapter 13 that actually reminded me about my own book. So I feel like maybe there was like a time travel situation there. But, okay, Romans 12:2. Do not be conformed by this world, but therefore be renewed it actually says, let me see. Do not be conformed. When I looked at, do not be shaped, okay. But be transformed by the renewing of your mind. That's what it says. Romans 12:2. So when I broke it down, I'm going to break it down for you. Do not be conformed, but if you break down that word, formed. The word con means trickery, deception. Formed means shaped. So, do not be shaped by the trickery. Do not be shaped by deceit, by the shit show that they're showing, the circus that they want you to grab into. Do not be conformed or tricked or shaped by this trick or deception by this world. And when I looked up the word world, oh my God, I about fell off my chair, because do you know what the word world means? Say that really fast. Word world. Kind of hard to say fast, but the word world isn't actually the word world. If you look it up in Strong's, the word that should have been there is timeline. Do not be conformed by this timeline or this age or the culture of this age is another translation. So don't be tricked or shaped by the trickery. Do not be shaped by the trickery of this age or this culture or this timeline. Instead, be transformed. The word trans, even though they want to steal that word, trans just means meta. It means shifted. It means changed. Instead, be transformed, meta-shaped by the position, by the renewing of your mind. Renewing means a perception or understanding. We can be transformed by the staying power of big source love. And we can abide by that freaking timeline. That is the timeline that I choose. And we can recode the timeline. Energy goes where energy flows. What you focus on, you make room for. So when we focus on the higher things that we choose to see in our outcome, and we envision that goal or that success, that's what we create. Instead of all these like shit show timelines they want us to they're trying to bait us into. So we have this conformed reality. I don't choose a deceptive timeline. I choose a highest love timeline, a big source timeline. So I did a couple of interviews today, but I did one with Laura and Marissa, and it's gonna, I think they're gonna air it tomorrow or tonight, I don't choose to know. But one of the things we talked about was staying sovereign. And when I think of sovereignty, I think of Psalms 91:1 and 2. And it talks about abiding in God, meaning staying in the staying power. And if you look at quantum physics and if you look up like standing waves, that is amazing. That's what I image, is a standing wave, that we would be a standing wave for Christ radiance, for Christ consciousness, for Christ love in this season. And it definitely goes into Psalms 91:2 also, which talks about trusting in God. And I had a dream with Bob Stevens about trusting God. And we were all in this circle. This is the night before he passed. And or the morning of that he passed, I had a dream that he was in a circle with a bunch of other people, just like we were doing class. There were 2 chairs available. One was next to some guy. The other was next to him. I tapped him on the shoulder and I asked if the seat next to him was available because it looked open. And when I did, Divinity looked at me. She was there and she said, "Of course, he's been waiting for you." Bob just smiled. And I knew in the dream that this was the last time I would sit next to him in this capacity as far as the physical. They passed around this iPad person to person to person, and people would hit a button on the iPad and the iPad would be facing them, and it would pull up a decree that was specific to that person. And when I hit the button and it started rolling, it landed on, I trust my God. And I woke up and I knew he had passed. And I grabbed my phone to check on him. And I had a message both from Rodney and from Divinity that he had passed that morning. So, I really, really feel that God is with us. Our ancestors and our mentors and our teachers are with us. They are reading for us. They're reminding us to trust in God and to keep that imaging and to hold the picture that you choose, because that is the thing that we choose to create. Everyone can have their own perception, and God bless them all. And thank you, Crystal, for reminding me that in the parking lot when we were at our certification, because it's so funny, because I told her some things that were going on with me, and she comes back and says, look, you know what? Everyone's got their own perception. Everyone's doing their thing. And we just need to focus on like what our thing is and what God is showing us to do, and to be in love and stay in love with that. And I heard her, and I knew that, and it was a great reminder. But when I got home, I was sent that video from Chris reading my book, chapter 13, about recoding the timeline. And it was almost verbatim, like what Crystal had just told me. And so it's like, here I was almost in this like time travel situation where Back to the Future, you know, something I wrote years ago is coming back to me to minister to me, because it wasn't even me who wrote that. It was Source who gave me all of that for us to be here now. And so if you haven't read the book, The Science of Miracles, Remembering the Frequency to Love, that might be something you would be interested in this season if you're going through stuff. Some of you might not know that I have been through some stuff here lately, and I know that you have all had your own version. And I am just really, really happy that last night I had an instantaneous miracle in my physical body. That is, I'm still like, what? I still choose some healing in a couple of areas, but I literally had some things happen, was doing some inner work over the last 2 days, and was doing some physical things where I was cutting some things off, moving some things around, making some new choices, and just getting a different perspective, creating my own timeline for what I choose in this season, and setting that boundary firm and making choices in the physical to set that up. And when I did, I went to sleep last night. I've had 2 frozen shoulders for over a year. And normally, if my glasses are on my head, I would need one arm to reach and the other arm to push that arm up just to remove my own glasses off my head to go to sleep at night. I haven't been able to brush my teeth without using 2 hands or help in the past. Hang up my clothes in the closet, drive. I basically couldn't lift my arms over a little bit past my rib cage without having to guide each other with one hand with the other arm to lift something or reach for something. Last night I went to go reach for my glasses. This arm is still locked up, but I went to reach for my glasses, and guess what? I did it without using 2 arms. Like, I can't do it with my phone situation, but I would take this hand and touch my elbow to push my arm up to reach my glasses. That's how I've been doing since December 17th, 2022. So I was like, whoa. And then I said out loud, I literally thought I was dreaming. I said out loud, is this a dream? I stood up. I literally, look, you guys, I can lift my arm. I can do windmills with this arm. I just went grocery shopping and I could reach off the top shelf. I haven't been able to reach like the second shelf or the third shelf in the grocery store. I've had to go have people help me get groceries, and or my kids or my husband to help me. Like I said, so many things that I wasn't able to do like just a minute ago or just an hour ago. And or last night at 9 o'clock, everything shifted. And I woke up this morning. I was so worried that maybe it would go away. And I was like, are you kidding me? This isn't going away. And it's still happening. And this arm has about 20% more mobility. And I'm choosing for complete restoration there too. So, love you guys. There's hope for you. Keep your mind focused. Cut off anything that doesn't serve you. Be sweet about it. Make some choices that are for you. This is your timeline. You get to create it. When we use our powers to do that, we create good things. When we are not paying attention to what we're thinking about or what we're feeling, and we're just kind of like default creating by accident, that is not a good thing. Be conscious in what you're thinking and what you're saying and what you're feeling and what you're talking about and who you're talking to and who you're hanging out with. And be true and live true and embody truth and embody love. And make choices in your highest integrity, no matter what. Because I just had to make some really hard, what I felt were difficult choices in order to create the timeline I choose and to serve the best way I know how in love. And that's what happened to me. So, love you, Maggie. I'm so sorry about your puppy. I love you so much. And who else is on here? Pamela, Deidre, Shelly. Thank you, Pamela. Thank you, Jean. Corey, hey, how you doing? Felicia, Dawn, Evelyn, Crystal, I love you so much. You're still here. So, hey, Charlene, if anyone needs prayer, please just put it at the bottom here, and I'm going to send you good vibes and do some clearing tonight, pranic healing on you guys, everyone who chooses. And if you did not watch the show tonight with Bianca, it was like, dang, that girl's hot. She is like amazing. She is fire. So check that out. And for my membership on YouTube, we started doing group clearing. So I'm currently running a group clearing upgrade frequency program. Well, several programs actually on, for those of you who are members on my team with, my YouTube. If you're not on my YouTube as a member and supporting that channel, there's a lot of extra content. There's giveaways. There's a lot of things that we do just for our members. We have community meetings and have some fun stuff. And like I said, extra interviews and teachings and stuff. It's only $4.99 a month. If that's something that you choose, get on there. I'm going to do everything I can tomorrow to go ahead and air that live to my team. So if you guys choose to hear the frequencies that I'm sending you, that you'll be able to do that too. But, I choose to have like intelligent technology that I understand on how to do that. So, but, and send good vibes. Wellness Center opens April 10th, in person Wellness Center. So love you guys. Talk soon, and I guess that's all for now. Bye. Love you.